Hello everybody, my name is KingStix. In this video we're going to be looking at some of the bigger changes coming up in patch 9.4, which should be dropping in roughly 11 days. One of the larger and more noticeable changes of this upcoming patch is Reksai. She's getting loads of quality life buffs and buffs in general. For example, on her Q in the next patch, she will now generate 25 Fury if she knocks the champion up when becoming unburrowed. Reksai's tunnel distance is going to be going down by a little bit at earlier ranks, but it will still be the same range at later ranks. The reason why they did this is because they're giving her ult a huge buff. Her ultimate Void Rush now becomes untargetable at the start of the casting, so you can't interrupt it or anything like that. Whenever she starts it, she'll come through and not be CC'd. Not only that, but now it's going to be really difficult to dodge it. If you are going to try to dodge it, you're going to have to be at least 1,000 units away. So the hitbox on it is huge. To give you some perspective, Flash is only 400 units. So you would need a dash that goes over 2.5 flashes to get away from Reksai's ult. Previously, even if you were someone like Vayne, if you tumbled correctly, you could get away from the hitbox. But now, whenever Reksai presses R, it's pretty much going to hit you no matter what, unless you have an hourglass, unless you grab a Thresh Lantern. I'm really excited to see this. As someone who plays a lot of jungle, I'm seeing a lot of the same champions every game, basically just Zins out. Seeing a unique champion like Reksai in the jungle will be quite refreshing. And next up we have Vi. She's arguably the biggest change of this upcoming patch. I'm going to give you a quick rundown since I talked about her upcoming changes a video or two ago. Essentially what they're doing is taking away some of the burst damage on her Q and R, but they're doing that to make her a lot better in team fights and to also make her tankier. Her shield passive is getting way stronger. Instead of being 10% of her maximum health, it's going to be 15%. Not only that, but the AoE CC on her R is getting much larger as well, stunning the enemies for longer and pushing them away even farther. So now when she goes in on a target next patch, she'll have a lot more time to kill them and to CC the whole enemy team in general, anyone who gets in her way. Not only that, but her sustained DPS on her E is going to be going up, so you really shouldn't be seeing the burst damage nerfs on her Q and R affect you too much. Maybe in really intense high stakes 1v1s you'll see it really count. However, in team fights and in general, Vi's quality and healthiness is going to be a lot better. She won't play just like a 𝐒𝐿𝐿, she'll be more between a mix of a 𝐒𝐿𝐿 and a fake tank. The next change is actually an item change. Essence Reaver right now is a little bit too exploitable since the cooldown is not currently a unique passive. In the upcoming patch, they do plan and are implementing a unique passive on it. So if you have currently been stacking Essence Reavers to hit the 40% cooldown cap, yeah, that's not going to be a viable option anymore. For those of you who haven't been playing League of Legends lately, the new champion Sylas has been questionable at best. It seems like every time he's on your team, he hardcore ints or has absolutely zero value. Most commonly, he's being played mid right now from what I've seen, and he seems to always be building AP, which doesn't seem to scale at all. His base win rate is surprisingly high at 48%. For someone who is a new champion that people don't know how to play yet, 48% actually isn't that bad. With that being said though, if Sylas doesn't get ahead, he's absolutely useless, so they do intend on giving him a variety of buffs in the upcoming patch, from making his second Q easier to land, while also making his W a lot more forgiving and making it harder to interrupt. Personally, I'm okay with this change. I'm sick and tired of getting Sylases on my team, and if I try to ban their champion, they'll just troll me, so this seems like it'll take out two birds with one stone. The next change is a rune change for the keystone Conqueror. It is getting a decently large change. Currently, it is doing way too much true damage. Once fully stacked, it converts 20% of your damage to true damage, not to mention it gives you a bunch of adaptive force. The way they're moving it is to give it less true damage and to give you a little bit of healing. So it's going from 20% true damage down to 10%, but it's also going to give you 10% of healing off of that. I think this will make it a lot better on AD carries than it currently is, because AD carries a lot of the time they just need a little bit more HP to kite and stay alive. So for people like Draven, I think they might like this. It's really hard to say. If any of you out there watching currently use Conqueror on any AD carry, let me know down below your thoughts on this. And for any of you top laners who are taking Conqueror, also let me know. I personally feel like this will be a big nerf to bruisers, because a lot of the times when bruisers go in, they usually just try to one-shot somebody almost like an assassin. So I don't feel like that 10% extra healing is going to help him, since they're going to get ignited and CC chain pretty fast. And that is going to wrap up the big changes for patch 9.4. For those of you who stuck to the end of the video, I do ask again that you leave a comment telling me what you think about these changes. It's nice to get as many perspectives as possible, and I also enjoy seeing your opinions. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is KingStix. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.